welcome back to the V-Belt and Son YouTube channel. I think I'm regretfully willing to part ways with the old green truck, but I need to fix a air conditioning system in it because I feel like I'm not going to really get what I want unless AC works, being that it's summertime and I'm trying to sell it and it's super hot. But everything looks like it's still tied down pretty good, and I'm going to tow it with Grandma's truck because I need to recharge the AC system in this as well. I just put all the components back on it this morning. So we're headed up to my dad's place. He's got the HVAC machine. So we're gonna go get her sorted out right now. First time I've towed with Grandma's truck since I put the old exhaust brake on it. So let's see how she does. So much power. 30 psi, 1000 EGTs, 40 psi fuel, and 65 oil pressure. 75. Wow. It makes a lot of noise. I put 222 miles on this truck since I restored it. I haven't even burned one tank yet. Seems like I've driven it a couple thousand, but can't wait to try this exhaust brake though. We're still on flat ground. Can't try the downhills on the flat grounds. Oh yeah. Nice little BD exhaust brake. Keep her on the road, driver. The little sucker holds pretty good, even a low RPM. Let's try it at 2,000 down this next stretch. Kind of going a little slow, but if you're towing, slow is not necessarily bad, especially if you're not used to the drive. I haven't touched the brakes once, holding it at 30 miles an hour. I only got like, I don't know, 11,000 pounds behind the truck. Oh man. Perfect. Decided to go through town instead of through the valley. A little tight through this shortcut neighborhood. Hit a little loud too. Well, we're going to start to pull a vacuum, see if she holds, and if she does, then we're going to charge the system. So we'll snap on HVAC-aroo, see how good she does. She's been kind of consistent. Truck did good though. I'm really happy about, oh, it's a Banks exhaust brake. Sorry, I called it a BD earlier. Pretty happy about that. Got I had to add this line, put the condenser on still because I didn't put it on since I guess my uncle helped and quite a few other people helped when we restored this truck. But I put the condenser back on today, put a new line, put some what do you call it, loom on it. Got her all tucked up nice and neat. And then same thing with the green one. The green truck was, shoot, these are both trucks that I pretty much fully went through. Grandma's truck quite a bit more than this one. But I like this truck, but honestly, I've driven it, I don't know, maybe Taylor's driven it more than I have, that's for sure. She drove it for a week straight. That was more than I've driven it total. But put a new line here, got a new one here. Same condenser. I checked it with airline, see if it would hold, and it seemed to hold pressure pretty good. So put a little vacuum on it and see how she does. But the two lines I'd rub together right here. Well, it's about 100 degrees outside right now. It's probably gonna get hotter next week, so we need some air conditioning if we want to drive either one of these two. All right, started at about 70 degrees, we're down to 69. You can either charge the truck with the machine, or you can let the vacuum pull it in with the compressor. Not clicking on, it was. Or maybe it's finally sticking on because it didn't have enough pressure in it, so it's clicking on and off. So let's see. Oh, it's down to 60. Sweet, so the compressor is actually kicking on and staying on. It's got high and low pressure settings, so if it doesn't have enough pressure, either way, it won't want to run it. Turn this down. See what it pulls it to. It's kind of high. No way I just overcharged it. No way. Let's let it run for a second, see what she brings it to. Down to 55. If I get it below 50, I think I'll be kind of happy, but 40 would be nice. Right about there. That's gonna be so nice. Oh man. Through the winter I had actually drove this truck without the dang heater because this is a cable that controls the blend door, and it came disconnected. I don't know. 49. For a 90-degree day, sitting here, direct sunlight, got her down to 41 degrees, and pretty happy about that. Hello. Technically, you're supposed to be HVAC certified to do this stuff, to open up a system like this. Good thing, I actually am. Don't remember much of the schooling, but I did pass the tests. The basic end of it, you got a high side and a low side. I like to call it the cold side and the hot side. Red for hot, blue for cold. When Freon pressure's up under a restriction, it actually gets colder. It's the weirdest thing. Typically everything, when it meets a restriction, causes friction, it heats stuff up, like hydraulics. Well, that's the best example, is hydraulic fluid. Heats up. What's going on here? Grandma's truck passed the test. Let's see if this one does. Make sure your gauges or your valves are open up on both sides. Machine's going to start to pull a vacuum now. It started off at positive 10. It's going to pull it down here into the red. Hypothetically, let's see, it gets to red 20, negative 20. Takes it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever to get there. It'll stop pulling a vacuum and it'll hold the vacuum. So for however many minutes you want to justify, the longer the better, you can run the test for to see if it holds that negative pressure. Whatever it is, it needs to hold that pressure. That means the system is no longer open. It's holding negative pressure, so it's not leaking, and it will hold your Freon when you put it in there. So now we're down to negative 5, so system's doing all right. It's actually pulling something negative, because when after I put this truck all back together, the AC system was still intact to my knowledge, but started to charge it, thought it just needed a recharge. It's a lot of air conditions, you know, just over time they'll have a small leak, whatever the cause may be. I don't know, all systems could be different. It could be, you know, something you got to charge every winter or summer, but in this case I just had no idea, because I just restored the truck, didn't know how long AC hadn't been working, so I just threw a charge on it real quick. Both these lines right here, the ones that I replaced today, they had rubbed together and they were leaking, so it just immediately started leaking. So I replaced those guys. I bought this line from Napa, and then the one that's in Grandma's truck, I bought that on Amazon. I think Amazon was actually more expensive, but I just didn't have to go to town, I guess. But I think the one from town was definitely worth it, because it wasn't all bent up from shipping, and I mean it went right in. It was pretty nice. And the Schrader valve on the other one kind of hung up on me. I had to recharge a little bit, because you're allowed a certain percentage to leak when you take the cap off. But if you catch somebody that's actually going out of their way and, you know, opening one of these systems, you can actually collect money on it. I think it's a $10,000 reward, and they're gonna find that person $32,000 or something like that. I don't know, but you're allowed certain spillage every time. We'll see how this thing does. It's at negative 19 now, so we should be, knock on wood, doing something right.
$700 on your Amazon bill. I've never bought anything from Amazon.
Scammer. It's been, I don't know how many minutes. That thing counted 5 for me, and then it's been at least that. So it's been holding 10 minutes at negative 23. That's good enough for me. Let's go ahead and give her a little shot. Open up our bottle, fire up the truck, and see if the old compressor works. Just on the cold side, the low side, this one you will actually feel the cold temperature. That is what, when I say cold side, it makes it cold. Hot side, it'll literally burn you. That's why I'm, well, I got gloves because I took the other one off a second ago. Let her charge up a little bit just with natural pressure, and then fire the truck up, turn the air conditioner on, and hope everything works, because that is like the last thing on this truck besides I just need to re-glue the headliner and I'll be ready to sell this whole girl. Just give her some TLC because I started taking some of it apart. Whoa, I haven't had the air conditioning going on this at all. We'll grab the thermometer, stick it in the vent, and see what she lowers the temp to. Oh, I need to put that in the other truck. That thing. Don't even drive this truck ever. Just got my gate open. Oh, the compressor's working. I like the sound of that. It's just the same as the other one, starting off at 70. Let's get her crank. I'll put her on the old recircle. See what she does in a couple minutes. Been about 5 minutes. Lowered it down to 49-ish. So she's working. She's working. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I already regret wanting to sell it. That's how bad it is right now. But it is what it is. We gotta sell it. We gotta sell it. No, we don't have to sell it, but I don't want it just to sit around and not get used. Did all this work to it just to see it sit, kind of heartbreaking. But 2 tests really. Air condition works, and your blend door, that works. Selectional thing. Yep, kicked off, went down to 40, saw candy bar wrapper move. If your vacuum doesn't work, it'll automatically go up to defrost. So that's another safety kind of a thing for having your air conditioning work. Make sure your defrost works. We got her down to an honest 40. I'm okay with that. I lowered it down 40 degrees, which I think it's at least 80 out there. It said thermometer is 70 after we pulled it out of the other truck. We can put it in here, 70. All right, we're good. These gauges should balance out. Temperature outside 80 degrees. 80. Unscrew her. Hopefully this one doesn't do like what the last one did, and the Schrader valve tried to kill me. Hey! It sprayed last time, so I put the thing back on. I had to get a screwdriver and tap on it. This is the hot one down there, so wear your gloves. It's tucked in way down underneath there. Yay, that one didn't leak either. Sweet. Done deal. All right, let's get out of here. To the mirrors not being up, I couldn't find you. I didn't know where to look.
Something on there.
Yeah, it's dirty.
It ran down.
Yeah. Bird trap. Oh, the oak trees leaking stuff.
That was just in time.
Yeah.
Look at all the cars.
You don't want nothing to eat, huh? Alright. Boys, we got air conditioning in Grandma's truck again, god dang. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell, but the county's been widening the roads, getting the brush back and stuff, and you could actually see down in the valley. You guys probably can't see it on a little action cam, but see the way out there. See the mountains out the coast and stuff. Yeah, good thing. Old Sutton, California. Just a jog to the coast. Hopefully this air conditioner keeps rocking and rolling. Doesn't feel like it's got the super bite, but I've only been driving for a second. But the exhaust brake is working phenomenal. I have a perfect truck now. Just needed the suicide doors, it'll be great. Now Ford messed me up. I had to go run at that hill and that guy got in the way. I had to drop 2 gears. I know he outran me a little bit because I missed a gear, but first day on a job. This truck actually tows pretty dang good. My gate ain't opening. Come on, baby. Was this remote broken or something? I was over here weed eating the yard for me. Ask him to or nothing. That's a good friend right there. Knocked out some stuff I wanted to do tonight, but got so many projects going on, you never know what to do. You just kind of pick one and go with it. Hey, shoot, even weed eat it over there. Air conditioner's still working for the most part. Pretty happy about it. Grab some stuff because we're gonna head to town to go get some dinner. Got this little goofy drink. It's down at the shop. I thought I had another couple bottles of the friction modifier for the rear end of this truck because it's limited slip, but I didn't, and it's really starting to throw a fit. I don't know if the rear end of this truck is actually going out, but I'm gonna put the modifier in it. If that doesn't do anything that I like, I'll just I have a spare rear end I can put in this thing to ultimately cure it. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's kind of a random one, but I think it's definitely the first time I towed with the new 20s, and towed good. I think the dually might have, when they had the duals on it, it was definitely a really rough ride in general, but when I was towing with it, it smoothed it out a lot because there was 19.5s, you know, commercial grade. But now that it's got, you know, not super heavy duty tires on it, it feels a little bit more spongy, but this truck's heavier than the other things that I towed with Grandma's truck as a dually. But the air conditioning's fixed. Don't ask if this one's for sale quite yet. I just need to give it a real good clean and fix the headliner and a couple other little knickknacks. But other than that, I mean, she's close. It's got backup cameras. Just need to tidy up some wires. Only thing, it's got this little dent right here. I thought about going through it and fixing it, but you know, if someone wants to buy it with a dent on it, I'll allow it. Done a lot of other stuff to that truck to make it super awesome as it is. Somehow I lost my Diamond Seed logo messed up. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. We'll see you guys. That's a tow unit right there. This one's all right.